Hey, we're back again. I'm back again anyway. I hope you will be, or are, or am. Anyway, I'm going to still work on the D minor chord for this week. And I'm going to get right into it because I'm going to make it simple. We have chords of D minor, and we have a E diminished, and we have an F, G minor, A minor, a B flat, and then C. So those are the 7 chords in that progression, and 8 when you go all the way from one more up, which is again D minor. Now remember, we talked about the variations of things that you can do with a chord, and that we can go up, basically 3 half steps. So and they all harmonic together. Now we can also go down 3 half steps. Or you could even go down a full step below that with the bass, see? Okay, now, so when you hit a chord, you basically have 3 half steps up and 3 half steps down. So you've got a chord of 3 notes, and you've got how many chords in total that you can play from just this D minor. Okay, you have an augmented, and you just go up to 3, but real quickly you have an augmented, and you have a D diminished, and you have a diminished. Well, we're already diminished here with in other words, we already have a minor, see? But the things that come magic with this is you have a D, okay? And say that you were going to diminish this. In other words, you can roll down, or you could just go down this way. See how easy that was? Now what's this? That's your 7th position. Okay, so you have your first position, and your last position was a C, which is your 7th position. So you can go C, you see what I did there? See? That way you can do something with this. And you're staying right in the same place. In other words, you're using the C chord and the D with the variations, see? See what I'm talking about? Now, we have your second position is a E diminished. So there's not much a whole thing you can do there, right? Well, yes, there is. You still can go up to 3, and you still go down to 3. Of course, here we are. See, you can go down. We actually went down 4 there. Because if you look at this, you've got a C, a G, a B flat, and a C, which is what? That's a C 7th. See how you wander around through the chords? So in other words, we're going from an E diminished. And we could you see how easy it is to go to a C 7th? Just add a C. So we're going. by running through the chords. In other words, taking the things that were right there. We went D, okay, then we went up to an F, but we played around with it, see? In other words, we go up 3. Okay, well, okay. You can't play this first half step together. But you could add, in other words, once you get that separation of 1 degree above, then it's fine. See, in other words, and that's actually C7. And you have a C as the last, so for chord progression, you can go from a D, so you can run your second one, which is an E, to a C. It's just going to be a C7th. You can add the 7th in there. And then from there, you can add a B flat. You can add a G minor 7th. Because we have a G minor, we can add an A minor 7th. And then a B 7th, B flat 7th, or a 6th. See all these things you can do? Okay? Because on the D flat we have a 6, but that's already into the... So when you look at things in reality in numbers, if you just think of numbers, you have 3 notes here, you have 3 here, and you have 3 there, so that's 9 notes. And if it was a minor, then you would have 10, and a diminished would have 11. So out of every chord, you have 11 variations that you can play for each chord, okay? I never explained it that way before, but I did do it this way because I didn't want to confuse you. But see, now if you look at it this way, you can almost forget about the ninths and all that. Because you're going to be playing all those. And you can't play this one because it's the 4th one up, see? So, what you're looking at is you've got 3 up, 3 down, and you've got a diminished. Where, since this is a minor, if you wanted to diminish it, instead of looking at it, well, what do I do? What do I do? It's going to sound terrible. But it doesn't. Did you see what I just did? Play a full song just with the chord variations with your left hand. Are you following there? See? By just adding 3 above, 3 below, and making those variations. In other words, you can play this way, like the D minor going up. Or if you try to play them together. See, you're still keeping these 2 down here. And in some instances, you can't get away with still hitting this. Because it's too close, see? But you can carry on, see? Okay. And you can always do this with a C. So you can do all kinds of things by just using all those notes that I just showed you. So what I want you to do for this week, that's why I said this is going to be a short one. What I want you to do for this week is work on those, okay? See, that one's too short. It's because it's right there. But see, you can get rid of this top. Get rid of this one. See, if you really look at it, here's, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, and we could do this, and we got, so we can play 10 notes at one time. You see what I did? I used the C seventh. I used the B flat. The E diminished. That sounds like a good, you'd be a John Lennon pretty quick, couldn't you? Okay, now I want you to work with that. Now remember, it's simple. It's all numerical. It's 3 notes. We're adding 3 here, 3 down there, which is 9. And then we're adding a few in between here, like a 6. But see, that's in our part up here. So you figure 9, and then you got your diminished, so you're looking at another 1, so another 2, so you got your 10 different notes on each chord. So 11 is 22 notes. So you can play. Remember I said in the beginning, I said you can pretty much play everything. It all goes together as long as you know the coordination. See? And the coordination is simple. D, 3 above, 3 below, diminished. Okay, then you vary those notes up here. You know what you're playing down here, and your head has got to organize so that you can play against each other. Okay, so you got harmonic here, harmonic here. Okay, I want you to play with that for a week. And next week when we come back, I'll show you a little more about that, and then we'll go from there. Anyway, so you're into it now, and you're There's no limits of what you can do just with this one chord. I mean, you could write maybe 100 songs just out of the different progressions and different things you can do here with just this one key, D minor. Okay, if you understand what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm going to end it there. You have a good weekend because it's going to be good. Stay inside, though. Okay, bye-bye.